some serious disruption.
Yes, I think we're slightly concerned about southern Britain that's most at risk of getting the disruption. And I think what we have to remember is that if you have travel plans tonight and into tomorrow, is to check the travel details, check if there's any disruption on the train lines. There might be ferry disruption, and also air travel could be affected as well. So that's the main advice. It's not something we haven't seen before. Happens every 2 or 3 years, but nonetheless could be quite serious. Okay. So let's have a look at the details then. Now, we have a warning from the Met Office, an early warning. What does that mean? That means that we're confident that this disruption is actually going to occur, and we're focusing on the severe gales. Many parts of the country have been warning for a couple of days now we'll get the bad weather, but southern Britain could see gusts of 75 miles an hour. Now, that's not just on the coasts. On the coast, they could hit 80. 75 miles an hour could also happen in places like Reading or even within the London area. So that will bring some trees down, affect power possibly as well. Not just the rain, it's also not just the wind, it's the rain as well that will bring the problems. And it's mainly a focus across Wales and southwestern England. We've had a lot of rain across parts of the country already, but flooding is certainly a potential in the next 24 hours. It's all coming in from the southwest. It's this massive cloud which has been engulfing southern Britain in the last 24 hours or so. But take a note, look at this. In Northern Ireland, in Scotland, it's a completely different story. Here we've got the sunshine, but let's concentrate on the serious stuff first of all. The red triangles here indicate a warning for the rain. So this is for the rain initially across southwestern England and also Wales. This is the rush hour, 5 o'clock. You can hardly pick out the coastline underneath. Exeter's just there, Cardiff, the lime green colours, that's where you've got the downpours. 30-mile-an-hour average winds, double that for the gusts. So some nasty weather on the way this coming rush hour. As far as Northern Ireland's concerned, we can say goodbye to the clear weather here. The rain's arriving. But for Scotland, just for a change, the winds are light here. The weather's much better. In fact, in Inverness, it's 7 degrees with some starry skies potentially. But then across the border, we quickly get into England and the weather goes downhill. Look at all of that rain affecting Leicester, Luton, into Oxford and the London area as well. Initially, the wind's not too strong across this part of the world, but they will be increasing as we go through the evening hours. So here are the arrows then. The size of the arrows and the density of the arrows give an indication on the strength of the wind. Initially tonight, 60 to 70-mile-an-hour gusts on the south coast already causing damage. And then early on Saturday into Saturday morning, inland, severe gales as well. If you're travelling, for example, all the way from Plymouth to London, on a train, could be disruption, could be your tree lying on the track, so take it steady. Also, if you're travelling by car. But later on in the afternoon, the winds will die down and the sun will come out, so it's not all bad. In fact, by the time we get to Sunday, the bad weather's out of the way. There'll still be some showers around, still a breeze in the air, but at least most of us will have some time to pick up the bits and pieces after all the rough weather we're going to endure tonight and tomorrow. Next week, still looking pretty rough, actually.